Yo, what is going on? PartTimerZack here. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Warzone. So I've had a little bit of time to play with it, and I've had a little bit of an understanding of what's going on. And I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can, because it does a little bit of a complication thing, and it has a couple steps to it that I don't fully understand, but I think I have a good grasp of the overall concept. So basically what happens is, I'm guessing this goes weekly because it did start off at the beginning of the week and I have about 2 days left. So I'm guessing it ends on Sunday or roughly around Sunday. So basically what you want to do is go in here and you want to set up or get into a team. I was kind of assigned a team, which is kind of weird, which I think I accidentally just entered a team and then I just kind of stayed there. I'm not necessarily sure, but basically what ends up happening is you get into a team either with your buddies or some of your friends, or you can just look for teams if you guys want to. But basically what happens is you have steps and stages for each one of these kind of war zones, and basically it's broken up into promotions, defending, and demotion. So essentially what ends up happening is if you don't like rack up any points or a certain amount of points, you go into a demotion. If you got a certain point or you're at a certain point but your majority of the points are kind of on par with everybody else, you're defending. So you're kind of going to stay in the same rank, but you're going to be able to stay there at least and not be able to be demoted. So, but if you do better than everybody else, you can actually promote and go into a promotion and go from there. So basically what happens after that is you can get some different rewards. As you can see, every time that you promote, you go into a different kind of class, essentially, where it gets a little bit harder and it gets a little bit of a, higher rewards, as you can kind of see from the scale here. So a demotion, you get a little bit of stuff, and then you can get some more defending stuff, and then promotion. So you basically always want to be getting promoted or promoted to different classes, obviously. But let's go ahead and talk about just the missions in general. And basically this is what it's set up into. So you can do quite a bit of stuff, and this changes each time you go into a new class. And so it's not always the same, and you can actually unlock some different things. So you kind of get a choice, and basically this can reset daily. So you can start here and the next day go into this one. And then basically what you're trying to do is just get as many points as you can. And so what I kind of recommend doing is starting off at least in one spot and then the next day going into another one and trying to rack up as many points as you can. Because as you can see, these first two ones are limited. So basically what happens is you have to be capped out at a certain point. So this is the current highest, but this is the only highest I can get for these points. So it goes into each level, at least 1 and 2. Just, it seems to be at a cap. You can only get to a certain amount of points, which is 1,000, 2,000. And your arena 3 is where you're just going to be grinding for as many points as you essentially can, because they come in waves. So on arena 1 and 2, it just has a preset destination of start and end. And then on the third one here, it's just kind of waves, and you just get as many personal points as you can. And then it, goes with your team, and then your overall team gets demoted or promoted, as you can see. So I just wanted to jump into the arena just to show you kind of what it looks like. From what I can tell, you can use whoever you want. You don't have any sort of stamina on any of your units. You can do as many times as you possibly want with the same team that you have. And basically you're just always trying to best yourself and kind of go from there. So honestly, I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I've been having kind of a blast kind of ranking myself and trying to get a little bit better each time. And the cool thing is, on Monday, if you have like kind of a slower team, but by Friday you put a lot of resources into your team and you got a little bit buffer, you can definitely go back in and gain all those points back. So it's kind of like this thing where you can kind of just keep kind of going in. And as you can see, I have a timer here. So whoa, let's hopefully I can do this. But I do understand, from what I've understand anyway, that these kind of get harder, these missions here. So as you kind of progress, you're going to want to have a really good team kind of going into it, because as you kind of progress, it does get a little bit harder in scaling. That's just from what I've understood. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is, because it was way easier when I was just a guppy, essentially, whatever they want to call it. Whenever I was like a recruit, I think that's actually what they call it. It's like a recruit. And then I went into this next little stage from the promotion, because my team actually did pretty well. And so we got promoted, which I actually think is probably easy, right? The first one's always going to be kind of easier to get your team promoted, but then it's going to be whether you can actually promote to the next levels and go from there. So honestly, I've been having a blast. I think it's a lot of fun, especially like these wave clears. I kind of thought at first I'd be like, I don't really like it, but I've had a lot of fun. I don't know. But basically, it's not really to see how long you can stay alive. I mean, obviously that's a key aspect of it, but one of the key aspects is to see how much damage you can do. It kind of gives a bunch of different factors into it, just such as health and kind of where you're at in the overall leveling and how much damage you've done. So it's just a lot of fun to kind of keep into that, because you have to keep a lot of factors at play, and you have to be kind of constantly paying attention. My blue stacks is having an issue. I was just wondering if maybe I was lagging a little bit. I think it's because I've had the app open for too long. So that's what kind of happens with blue stacks. Actually, I'm doing a lot better than I was, funny enough. I actually might be my best run so far. So as you can see, I'm getting a little bit towards the crep at the end here. I think I'm going to try to finish this guy off right here, because I'm not necessarily... Oh, I just switched to cam. I didn't just do that, did I? Okay, well, it's not bad. Cam's a Cam's a big boy, so he can do quite a bit of damage. But I meant to actually hit. Oh, he's so good. Oh my god. Sneak peek at what he looks like, because I want to do a review on him. But basically, what you're kind of going for is just seeing how much damage you can. Oh, I actually get this wave. I actually get this wave. Yeah. On to wave 4. So that's actually the best clear I've had. I'm not gonna have enough time to do the next wave. But as you can see, that's kind of what we're doing. And then it gives you a total points based on your health, based on how much damage you did, obviously what wave you got to, as you can see. And yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like. I got a little bit higher than what I got before, as you can see. And basically I'm just like, all right, I want to stay there. And so I got a little bit of a bump here. So if I go back into here, and this is probably not going to change much of the grand scheme of things, but I can see that I went up a little bit, right? Yeah, okay, so I went up a little bit. So I think I was like number 12 or whatever. But as you can see, you kind of start to bounce up a little bit as you progress and go from there. But honestly, I think it's a fun game mode, and I kind of want to get a little bit more under my belt before I go into a deep dive of it. But essentially what you kind of want to get to is obviously the elite here, because all of the different things that you can get from it are really high. And basically where you want to use these are, from what I understand anyway, they just give you some various rewards. If you go back to the shop here, whoops, I went way back. If you go into the mission or the shops here, you can see that you can get some different things from 6-star memories. I'm pretty sure actually that's all it is. Yeah, so it's just memories right now from what I can tell. I don't know if this, this refreshes every day, I assume. So you can get some different things from that. You can also do some different missions where you get some different resources, materials, and stuff like that. This isn't really that big of a deal, but honestly, I really like this game mode, and I really feel like it gives you a lot of resources, especially for the shop once you go into it. From what I understand, you get these every single time that it goes into the next stage. So essentially, whenever, you know, these couple of days go over, it's actually going to move me into the next stage, or I guess I'm going to probably stay at the same because I'm defending right now. But if I was getting a promotion, then I would end up getting some of my resources and stuff like that when we go into the next stage. So basically, that is the overall premise of it. I know it's a little bit confusing, so if you didn't understand anything that I was kind of saying, let me know in the comments and I can definitely help you out, or try to help you out as much as I can. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.